Hello and welcome to another The Race Zone channel video. Today I will preview final monument of this year, one of the last World Tour races. It is the Lombardia 2023. We'll look at the course, we'll look at the favorites, the start list, the weather and the climbs, also the betting odds of course. So before I start I have to ask you for a favor. Please subscribe to my channel. This is my probably the last video of the season of this year, so I would really like to continue making cycling related content, so please subscribe so I can continue in the next year as well. So the stage, or rather the race, is 238 kilometers long from Como to Bergamo, so they are like alternating those cities. One year Como is the departing city, and in another year it is the finish city, and as well Bergamo. So essentially this course is exactly the same as the one in 2021, as we can see here. So from Como to Bergamo, even the mileage is the same, 239 or 38 kilometers, featuring all the same climbs. So first Madonna del Hisalo, then Roncona Alta, Beberno, Docena, Zambia Alta, and probably the decisive climb of this race, Passo di Ganda, that has last 3 kilometers at 8.7%, and here is where I expect major climbs to happen. Then we have the small climb before the finish, some like 4 kilometers before the finish, Colle Alperto, like at the entrance of the city of Bergamo. But we saw in 2021 that even Pogacar was not able to drop Masnada there, so probably that climb doesn't feature that much in this race. It will be like a nice a leg breaker, but nothing more. It is with some cobbles streets, but like I said, it is really hard to drop someone there. So, and we will look at the results from 2021, because it is very indicative what can happen in this race. So Pogacar won in front of Masnada. He beat him in the sprint after pulling like crazy for the last 20 kilometers, because Masnada had Julian Alaphilippe in the group behind. But Pogacar didn't mind it. He pulled Masnada and he outsprinted him to win. Adam Yates was the fastest in the sprint for the third in the chasing group. So in that group were Adam Yates, Primož Roglic, Alejandro Valverde, Julian Alaphilippe, David Gaudu, Romain Bardet, Michael Woods. So I expect these similar names to feature in this race as well, but we have a new name in the Soudal Quick-Step team, and it is Remco Evenepoel. So he is tackling Il Lombardia for the second time in his career. First time after his horrible crash in 2020, when he crashed from the bridge and hurt his pelvis that sidelined him for long, but he's back. We know that he even won 2 times Liège-Bastogne-Liège. He won the World Championships, he won the Vuelta after that. So Pogacar is the favorite once again after winning the 2021 and 2022 edition. Remco is second favorite, Roglic is third. So those guys are like, I would say, in the first tier. Then we have guys like Carapaz, Yates, and okay, maybe Enric Mas, but I don't really see a scenario in which Mas really wins this race. Landa, Hirschi, they can try, but I think these like first 5 guys can win this race. So Pogacar, Evenepoel, Roglic, Carapaz, and Yates, if he can benefit from the fact that he's on Tadej's team. So that is his like biggest strength. He has a nice sprint. He can also pull nice once he is in front of a group, like we saw in the Tour de France in this year on the first stage. So he can win. Maybe Van Wilder can do something similar, because he's in the team of Remco, but I don't really see him winning this race. So the weather will be really nice. It will be some like 22 degrees all through the race. We have like 6 hours, and it will be sunny, perfect cycling weather, like I like to call this kind of weather. No wind, like 1-2 meters per second, so nothing significant. And I would say that the favorites for this race are mostly in the teams of UAE and Jambo and Soudal Quick-Step. So let's look at their squad. So Pogacar is going here with the shared box: Davide Formolo, Mark Hirschi, Rafael Majka, Diego Ulissi and Adam Yates. So this is the really strong team. Hirsch is there, Yates is there, Maika is there, Ulisi, Formal, so everyone can like pull really good on the climbs, control the breakaway, control if anyone tries to escape from the peloton before that Gauda climb. So yes, this is the strongest team in the race, and they are the clear favorites. Pogacar is the defending champion 2 years in a row, so all eyes will be on them. Then we have Ben O'Connor for AG Douer. He can be good, but I don't really expect him. Felix Gall is back. Parle Pontre brothers, so they really brought their A team here for AG Douer. So I'm really happy for them. Then Astana with a lot of Italian guys, Gianni Moscon. Simone Velasco, Samuele Battistella, but I don't really see them factoring in this race. Alpecin Quickstep as well. Their season was focused around Phillips and Van der Poel, so nothing here of great significance for them. Then Bahrain with Landa, who is departing this team, Buitrago, Antonio Tiberi, so they will probably try to go in some like a bit early moves, but like I said, UAE has the strength to control those kind of moves, and Landa will probably feature in the end. I expect a top 10 from him, but I don't see him winning. Border with a really nice squad with Jay Hindley, Alexander Vlasov. They will have Roglic from next year, Buchmann, Gita, so they can try a bit similar tactics to Bahrain. Maybe try early, but it's really hard in Lombardia. As we know, it is a really hard selective race. It will last like 6 hours. So for like an early attempt to get to the finish is really hard. Cofidis with Martin, of course, as their leader, and Ioni Zagire to try and maybe disrupt the top favorites. EF is really nice squad with Healy, with Piccolo, Uran, Carapaz, Caicedo, Chavez. So this is a really nice team. Carapaz will for sure feature in the maybe even top 5. So we'll see. I expect a nice result from EF. Then Aero Cometa, Green Project Bardiani, Groupama with Thibaut Pinot, his final race of his career. So I heard that there will be a massive support for him on one of the climbs. Even his former teammates, his like fan club, everyone will be there. So chapeau Thibaut, we all loved watching you race. Ineos with a nice squad with Sivakov probably as their top favorite, but Ganas, Puccio, Rodriguez. It is a nice squad. I can see them coming, maybe even in the top 5 as well. Intermarché for Rui Costa, Israel Premier Tech for Fuglsang. Chris Neylands is back after Tour de France. Michael Woods, he was always good in these kind of races. And then Jumbo-Visma with Roglic as their leader. This is his probably last race for Jumbo-Visma. He is going to Bora Hansgrohe, and we will see how he will go in the Tour de France next year. Hopefully he will be healthy for it. He will be supported by Benoit, Bowman, Kelderman, Omen, Tratnik and Walter. So nice squad for him. They can have a similar role to the one of the UAE, but I think this team is much weaker than the one of UAE. Yes, Kelderman is good, but I don't really see them matching with the UAE guys. Walter is good. He's great in these kind of races also, but I think all of the guys are even a level below, like Adam Yates, even Hirschi. So little track for Mollema, Movistar for Mas, obviously, Lotto Destiny with Thomas de Gent, Andreas Kron, Maxim van Gils. So I expect them to go maybe even in the early breakaway, but probably try to create something a bit later. But like I said, I don't see those kind of moves stick. And then we reach Soudal Quickstep with Remco, Alaphilippe, Bajoli, Catano, Masnada, Van Wilder, Van Sevenant. So this is like their top team, I think, for this kind of races. They can all attack. Alaphilippe, we know he's great. Bajoli, okay, he will pull, but guys like Masnada, Catano, they can be a real disruptor. Van Wilder. So yes, this is a strong squad. Remco has all the support he needs, and if he is going to beat Pogacar in one-on-one race, then here he has a great chance. So Team Arkea Samsung with Warren Barguil, DSM for Bardet, and Simon Yates for Team Jayco, I think, are the another guys that we should look after. But I will just talk about the possible scenarios where I see Remco and Pogacar battling it out, also taking into account Roglic. So I think that like I can see three scenarios in which Pogacar can win. He can win out of a big group, like 10 or 15 guys maybe. I can see him winning in a sprint of a small group, like 2 to 5 riders, and I can see him winning alone. So that's why he's the clear favorite. His last like big race, his last big push was at the World Championships, but that was back in August if I remember correctly. So over almost 2 months ago. So he had a nice little training for base training. 4 to let's say 8 weeks, and then some building strength and peaking for this race. So 2 months is a perfect time for someone like Pogacar to peak. This is final race, and I think he will be at his best. Remco, he was good at the Worlds. He was good in the Vuelta. If we think that that was his peak, then he only had like less than a month to prepare for this race, for base training, interval strength. So it will be like sketchy for him. Then Roglic, we know he's good all through the season. He won basically every big race that he entered except the Vuelta that he, let's say, he was backstabbed by his Jumbo team. Kuss was allowed in the breakaway to overtake him. Then Vingegaard was allowed to attack him, and they overtook him in the GC. But he was like, when you look at the time that he had without those like gifted seconds to Vingegaard and Kuss, he would win the Vuelta. So it would be like a perfect season for him. He even won the Giro d'Emilia last weekend. So incredible race for him. I can also see him winning in a small sprint. I don't really think that he's going to go alone. It will be really hard to drop Remco or Pogacar, and I expect those three guys to come to the finish alone. And I think that Pogacar will probably outsprint them, maybe even only Roglic, because I'm not really sure how Remco will perform. Yes, he's great, but after Vuelta, I don't know in what kind of shape he is. So that was my preview of this race. I hope it will be really entertaining. It is a final monument of the season, final like big race. We have the another Chinese World Tour race, but essentially this is the one that wraps the season. It is the race of the falling leaves, and like I said, I hope it will be exciting. Comment, tell me who do you think will win, and hope to see you in my next videos. Bye, have a great day.